What if I told you that your cat might be showing you love every single day and you don't even realize it? A lot of cat owners misunderstand their cats at some point, not because they don't care, and definitely not because they aren't trying. It usually happens because cats communicate in ways that are easy to miss. Their language isn't loud or dramatic. It's subtle. It's quiet. And once you learn to notice it, it's surprisingly emotional. There's even one specific behavior we're going to talk about that can tell you whether your cat truly trusts you with their life. So let's walk through this together. By the end of this, you might not just understand your cat better, you might start seeing them in a completely different way. Number 1. When your cat ignores you, it doesn't mean they don't love you. Let's start with something almost every cat owner has experienced. You call your cat's name. Once, twice, maybe 3 times. And they don't move. No reaction, no glance in your direction, not even a small ear twitch. But somehow, the moment you open a treat bag in the kitchen, they come running from the other side of the house. It's funny, but it can also sting a little. It's easy to think, wow, my cat just doesn't care. The truth is, that's usually not what's happening at all. Cats are naturally independent animals. Unlike dogs, who evolved in social packs and respond quickly to group signals, cats developed more as solitary hunters. They don't feel an instinctive need to respond to every call or constantly check in. In fact, when a cat feels completely secure in their environment, they don't feel pressure to react to everything around them, including you calling their name. A stressed cat is hyper-alert. They're watching, listening, constantly assessing their surroundings. A relaxed cat conserves energy. They rest, they stretch out. They exist peacefully without feeling the need to be on guard. So when your cat ignores you while lounging nearby, it often means they feel safe enough to not worry. There's something quietly powerful about that. Being the reason an animal feels calm, especially one that could survive on its own, is a form of trust that doesn't need to be loud to be meaningful. Number 2. The slow blink is a silent love language. Now, let's talk about something much softer and much easier to miss. You're sitting quietly, maybe scrolling on your phone or watching TV. Your cat looks at you. Their eyes soften slightly. Then they slowly close them and open them again. It's such a small gesture that many people don't think twice about it. But in the animal world, closing your eyes around someone is a big deal. Vision is a cat's primary way of monitoring potential danger. When they deliberately soften their gaze or close their eyes in your presence, they're lowering their guard. It's their way of saying, I feel safe enough to relax around you. If you've never tried this before, here's something simple. When your cat is calm, look at them gently and give a slow blink back. Don't stare, just soften your eyes and blink naturally. You might notice them blink back at you. Some cats will even step closer or settle beside you. It feels small, but it's a real exchange. Cats don't always express love in obvious ways. They won't jump on you in excitement every time you walk in the room. Instead, they offer these quiet signals, and once you recognize them, you realize how often they're happening. Number 3. Showing the belly is about trust, not always an invitation. Every cat owner knows the belly moment. Your cat rolls onto its back, exposing its stomach. It looks soft, vulnerable, almost inviting. Naturally, your first instinct is to reach out and rub it, and sometimes that goes perfectly fine. Other times, not so much. A quick grab of your hand, maybe some bunny kicks, a playful but very clear message to back off. It can feel confusing. Why show the belly if they don't want it touched? Here's the important part. Showing the belly is primarily a display of safety, not necessarily permission for contact. The stomach protects vital organs. In the wild, exposing it would make a cat extremely vulnerable. So when your cat lies on its back around you, they're signaling that they don't see you as a threat. But instinct still exists. Touching that sensitive area can trigger an automatic defensive response, even in the sweetest cats. Some cats love belly rubs, others tolerate them. Many simply prefer that their belly be admired from a distance. And the moment you start respecting that difference, something shifts. When your cat realizes you understand their boundaries, trust deepens. Because connection with a cat isn't about access to every part of them. It's about learning what makes them comfortable and honoring it. Number 4. When your cat follows you, it's not neediness. If your cat follows you from room to room, you might have wondered whether they're overly attached. You stand up, and a few seconds later, there's a soft set of paws behind you. You head to the kitchen. They're there. You move to another room. They appear again. Even outside the bathroom door, you might find them waiting. It's easy to label that behavior as clingy, but in many cases, it's something much more meaningful. Cats are selective about who they spend time near. They don't automatically attach themselves to every human in their environment. When your cat consistently chooses to be near you, it's because your presence makes them feel secure. You're predictable. Your voice is familiar. Your movements don't startle them. In a world that can feel unpredictable, sudden noises, changing environments, your presence is steady. They don't follow everyone. They follow you. And being someone's chosen safe place is one of the deepest forms of attachment a cat can offer. Number 5. The head bunt is a mark of belonging. That gentle head bump your cat gives you might look small, but it carries real meaning. Cats have scent glands along their cheeks and forehead. When they press their head against you, they're leaving behind their scent. It's a way of marking something as familiar and safe. So you'll notice they do this with favorite sleeping spots, corners of furniture, or other animals they trust. So when that head bump is directed at you, it's not random affection, it's inclusion. You're being placed inside their circle. You're part of the environment they feel secure in. And in a cat's world, that circle is never large. It's carefully chosen. Number 6. Kneading is a memory of safety. Kneading, that rhythmic press and release motion with their paws, traces all the way back to kittenhood. When kittens nurse, they knead their mother's belly to encourage milk flow. Over time, that motion becomes deeply associated with warmth, nourishment, and comfort. So, when your adult cat kneads your lap, they aren't just getting comfortable. They're revisiting a memory of safety. It's almost like emotional muscle memory. Yes, it can be slightly uncomfortable if claws are involved, but underneath that small inconvenience is something meaningful. Your presence reminds them of warmth and protection. Few things communicate trust more clearly than that. Number 7. The gifts come from instinct, not malice. If you've ever woken up to find a toy or something less pleasant placed near you, you've experienced one of the most misunderstood behaviors in cats. It can feel shocking at first, but your cat often looks proud. In nature, cats share resources with those they consider part of their group. Bringing you something is, in their mind, a contribution. It's instinctive. It reflects care and responsibility. You don't have to celebrate it, but reacting calmly protects the trust behind the gesture, because from your cat's perspective, they're including you in something important. Number 8. Your cat sleeping near you is deep trust. Sleep is vulnerability. When a cat sleeps, their defenses drop, their awareness slows, they can't react instantly. So where they choose to sleep matters. If your cat curls up beside you, rests near your feet, or chooses your bed over any other place in the house, it means they feel safe enough to fully relax around you. Your breathing, your scent, your presence, all of it creates comfort. Cats don't take chances with sleep locations. They choose carefully. And if they repeatedly choose you, it's because you've earned their trust. Number 9. The tail tells the truth. Cats may not use words, but their bodies are constantly communicating. A tail held high with a gentle curve when they approach you usually signals happiness. A soft wrap around your leg can be a form of affection. Even a relaxed tail flick while resting nearby often means contentment. They're aware of you and comfortable. Once you start noticing these signals, it becomes easier to understand your cat's emotional state. It feels less like guessing and more like finally understanding a quiet language that's been there all along. Number 10. Your cat chooses you every day. Here's something many people overlook. Cats are not wired for forced loyalty. Their relationships are built on choice. Every time your cat sits beside you, follows you, slow blinks at you, or falls asleep near you, they are choosing connection. Again and again. Their love isn't dramatic. It doesn't demand applause. It shows up in small, consistent moments. And in many ways, that makes it even more real. So, are you one of the people who misunderstood their cat? If you were, that's okay.
Most of us are at first. Understanding a cat takes patience. It takes observation. It takes a willingness to respect their boundaries instead of projecting our own expectations on them. But once you start seeing their behavior differently, everything changes. You stop seeing distance and you start seeing depth. Cats don't give their trust easily, but when they do, it's quiet, steady, intentional. The next time your cat slow blinks at you, follows you into another room, or gently bumps their head against your hand, pause for a second. Recognize what's happening. It's not just habit. It's not just routine. It's trust. And in the animal world, trust is one of the purest forms of love. Now I'd love to know, what's one thing your cat does that makes you feel chosen? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And if this helped you see your cat a little differently, consider subscribing for more insights into the fascinating world of cats, because the more we understand them, the stronger the bond becomes.